Hello beautiful people of the world, welcome to my channel. My name is Shay and today I'm going to be talking about ways to save money during this whole COVID-19 situation going on. Just a little bit of tips and tricks that I have personally been able to save money the past 2 months. Where I live in the west coast of Canada area, we've been on like a lockdown, or I have been personally on a lockdown. This is going on the 6th or 7th week at this point that I've been stuck at home with my 2-year-old. And I don't mean stuck at home with my 2-year-old. I mean we are together stuck at home. You know what I mean? So I have a list of things right here that I have done, and this has saved us money altogether. So let's dive right into the content. Obviously, some things that might not work for you and your family, so take what I am saying with a grain of salt, or as a grain of salt. What is that saying? Sometimes I say as a grain of rice. You know what I'm saying. Take what I'm saying as, you know, just an idea, and if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Move on to the next idea. If you have a vehicle, you might notice, depending where you are, the gas is a lot cheaper. Where I live, it is significantly cheaper, which is fine and dandy. And we're not really driving much around anyway, so I've been saving money on gas in that aspect because we haven't been leaving the house. But I'm still paying insurance every month. And I was paying a special insurance for me to go to work. So like a working car insurance. This would insure me to drive to work and here and there, and I would go all the way around. And this was about $370 a month for me. And I called up my insurance company and I let them know, like, I'm actually not working right now, so I'm not really leaving my house, and even if I am leaving my house, it's only really to go to the shop or drop off my daughter at her dad's house. So, you know, I don't really need this whole business insurance for my car. So they actually changed it to leisure or pleasure car insurance, and this has saved me $40 a month, which actually is a big difference. And I know for other people that have changed it, it's been more of a significant change. But because I am a newer driver, my insurance is still a lot of money for my little tiny car. That being said, this has saved people a lot of money, because if you're really not driving, if you're really just driving a little bit, like to the shops and things like that, I would suggest changing it to leisure or pleasure, or whatever type of insurance options you have in the area that you live in. But if you're not going to be driving at all, you could maybe even consider just not using your car, uninsuring it for a bit, and just doing like a parking insurance. You can park your car. Like I said, it might be different where you are. Maybe you don't have that option at all, but where we are, we have the option to just pay like a couple, pretty much like a couple dollars a month, and you can just leave your car parked. You just can't drive it. So if you're really not driving anywhere, there's no point on it. Other things to consider canceling: any type of monthly memberships or monthly things that you normally would go out and do, or go and do that you're not currently doing. Now, I know, that being said, there are certain businesses or schools or programs that you might be paying for outside of your normal activities. So extracurricular activities, and these might be small local businesses, local families. I'm sorry, you can hear my daughter in the background. And I do believe it is important to support these people. Of course, if everyone just canceled all of their memberships monthly, then obviously the business, it's not going to be doing as well. But that being said, if you really, really need to save money during this time, consider maybe talking to them and, you know, postponing it for a few months. One of those situations, it might be able to help you out a little bit in this time of need. If you have any loans or any debts, even Visa, MasterCard, maybe considering talking to your financial institution that you are with, or the company you're with, and asking if you're able to do a deferral on your loan or whatever product you have. This might be able to help if you just need to get by a few months. It really depends on their grace period if they're even doing this option for you, but something to look into if you're having troubles paying off these loans, debts, and cards that you have going on during this time. Fair warning, my toddler just came inside, so it's gonna be noisier in here. I'm gonna go through a couple more options. This might pertain to you, it might not. Then we will rapid fire through the last few. My toddler's about to join me. So when it comes to internet, I recently, kind of a couple months ago, changed my internet to a little bit lower because I didn't need the crazy high-speed internet. Again, that might not be an option for you, especially if you're working from home like I am right now. But that being said, something to consider: your internet and cable. Maybe instead of cable, even though at this time you kind of might be going crazy without your cable, consider getting some streaming like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, whatever kind of streaming thing people have. It might be... Sorry, I really apologize, my toddler in the background. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder. Addison, shh. I'm going crazy. That being said, maybe I do need cable. No, but I would highly suggest one of the streaming devices that is like $8 to $10 a month rather than paying cable, which in my area, cable's more than $50 a month for a couple channels. So way less of a cost, and you're not going as crazy because you can binge watch your shows whenever you want. I'm going to quickly rapid fire through the last few that I have for tips and tricks. One of them is groceries. Meal plan and go specifically for what you're wanting to get. Obviously at this point in time, a lot of things are out of stock and I understand that, but I think meal planning will really help you save money on groceries. Also using the items you have in your pantry. I love dinners like that, like beans and toast and all of these random things that during this time you're gonna wanna use up. You may as well use some of those up before rushing to the store, and this is gonna save you money overall. Whatever's sitting back there, try to get creative, and you know you have the time, so why not be creative, make up new ingredients and new recipes. Something like that could be a lot of fun to do with the family and save you some money. Another one is gardening. Gardening is how I've been passing my time, a hobby when I'm not working, and I'm actually growing a bunch of lush healthy vegetables in the backyard. My backyard is full of them. I grew them from seed and I'm so excited to have them all summer long. I do this every single year, but this year it is especially important with everything going on, and it's really been helping me keep my sanity. So not only will it save you money, but it's something to do and something fun, and my daughter's been helping me plant the seeds, so something fun to do if you have kids as well. And if you don't particularly have the room to have a garden, we don't really have much of a room, you could do a container garden. We have that as well. So I will post a video, I'll link it down below as soon as it's up. It's gonna be up after this one, but I'll link it down below once it's up. And that being said, I'll show you just a quick image and like picture of what my container garden looks like right now opposed to my actual mini garden I have. But it's pretty easy, and honestly I just watched a couple YouTube videos to learn how to do it, so it was a lot of fun to have set up. I said I would rapid fire and I'm kind of rambling. I need to continue. Instead of using your dryer, you have the time. It's getting nice outside. Why not hang dry your clothes? You could hang dry them inside or outside. You don't need a rack to do it. I hang it on my curtain rod. I hang it on my chairs, my banister, absolutely anywhere. My house, when I do laundry, literally looks insane if you walked in. I have like underwear hanging from the curtains and like absolutely everywhere. You don't have to be that extreme like me, but hang drying your clothes is gonna save you money, and honestly it's better for your clothes. I don't know, consider it maybe every now and then. It will save you money over time. Ways to make money during this time: why not declutter and find some items you want to sell? You can post them on Marketplace or on Facebook, Craigslist, kind of, does anyone even use Craigslist anymore? Any of those options. Now remember, contactless pickup. My child is going crazy. Contactless pickup. And that being said, it depends where you are. Where we are in our area, we're still allowed out of our houses. It's suggested to be on lockdown, but there are a lot of people selling things right now and buying things, and during this time it might be something that people could use during this time that they need. So that is something to consider if you're needing a little bit of extra cash. But remember, contactless pickup is probably the best at this point, which means leaving it outside for the person to pick up. And maybe if they're gonna do e-transfer, kind of safer than touching dirty cash going on right now, but you know, that would be an option for you. That being said, how are you saving during this time? Maybe saving isn't even a consideration in your mind to save some money on the side. But if it is possible, if you can save a couple dollars here and there, consider it. Because you don't know how long this is gonna go on for. You don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm not trying to be negative at all. I'm just trying to kind of think realistically. I have a 2-year-old daughter, so for me, it's really important if I'm able to save any little penny and nickel and dime I can, and it really does add up. So what are your goals? What are you trying to save for? And you know, if you just write that down, budget a little bit more, that can really help you get to your savings goals. You might think $20 here and there isn't doing much, but let me tell you how quickly it adds up, and you feel so good once you see all of it come together. So I'm actually gonna do a video all about that, how I saved so much money very quickly as a single mother, because at that point in time I was a single mother and it was only my income that was doing it, supporting my mortgage, paying for absolutely everything. So I was able to do that and save money on a living wage job. So that being said, I did pretty good. I'm gonna have a video all about that coming up very soon, and like I said, once that is up, I will also link it down below for you. It will be up very, very shortly. I'm actually filming it today, but this one's gonna go up first. I am going to leave it at that, at my few quick and easy tips and tricks that I've saved money during this COVID-19 situation. Again, like I said, any you know, any little bit helps, especially when you're going through a really hard time, whether that means you are laid off or any of those situations. I wish you all the best and health and love to all of you and your loved ones. I'll see you all quite soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!